Yeah, another tough one. But same story, right? Not boxing out, not putting four quarters together, foul shots, same thing. And so when you think about it, it's a really hard pill to swallow. We're 3 points away from being a top 5 team in the country. And I don't think that that's a positive. I think that that's a negative. We don't want moral victories. We don't want people telling us, oh, you fought so hard, you're so close, you're so close. It's our job to get it done. It's our job to put four quarters together. It's our job to go get the offensive rebounds. And so as a coach, those 3 points are on me. We have to find ways to fix them, to get them back, to play the correct people and fix our practices, watch the film, and make sure we get those things fixed, because I think this team has something to be has an opportunity to be really special. It's unfortunate for the seniors that we're letting it slip by.
After falling behind 18 in the second quarter, you guys won the second, third, and fourth quarters. Is that, at least, do you feel like a positive step in the right direction, that once you guys decided to you wanted to win those quarters, you won them the rest of the way?
No, it's extremely frustrating that we don't play for four quarters. It's extremely frustrating that I come in here and I have the same conversation with you guys about four quarters. We talk to them about four quarters, that we spend a lot of time just having blunders where instead of just showing up and doing what we know how to do.
Coach, I think that one of the terms I've heard used is competitive maturity, and it has to come. Is that what you're looking for from your team, is to elevate that competitive maturity? Because you're right. These are two games that you very well could have come out with a W in both of them.
Yeah, I think it has more to do with toughness at the rim.
LSU was able to get second chance points off 75% of their offensive rebounds. What can you do to not just limit the offensive rebounds, but limit their chances to get buckets off of them?
Yeah, our players have to actually want to rebound. And we talk about it. We'll leave one person, we'll hang them out there to dry. I mean, we had three times today where we fell down on rebounds, hoping that the refs would bail us out. We've told them over and over and over, when you get into SEC play, you're going to have to rebound. And I think they take it seriously now, but it's cost us 2 games, which is, again, really unfortunate for the seniors because they don't get these games back.
Coach, you alluded to it a little bit in your opening statement. Just don't want moral victories, and everybody's saying, oh, wow, this team's 3 points away. Most of the time you hear about blinders being put on when it comes to negative press. Do you find that you have to do that with positive press with this team?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the press. Maybe they do. I just coach the team based off what we need.
The timeout you called in the first quarter, what were you seeing from the team that you did not like?
Well, we turned the ball over too much. So I knew going into it that their defense fuels their offense, and if we ever had two quick turnovers back-to-back to call a timeout and try to kill their run. I should have done that against Oklahoma, too, when we were turning the ball over mid in the third quarter. So just kind of learning from that and trying to put a pause on their run that they were about to go on.
Last game that kind of plagued you guys, is that surprising that it was the same, or could you kind of tell that was going to be an issue again in practice?
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. That we didn't watch the film and fix it. And that's how we came out. I do think we eventually fixed it. It was 10 minutes too late.
Jewel, just wanted to ask, what do you feel like your takeaway is about this team after, Sunday, today, and just what's the next step for you guys in your mind?
I think we just have to learn. We keep saying this, like Coach said, but we literally have to learn what they keep preaching and actually do it, or it's not going to make a difference. So I am proud of us for coming back. We're not a team that's going to quit, so we're not going to hang our heads on that. I am proud of that, but it comes a time we have to stop being behind for so much. We dig ourselves in a hole so much, and then we have to fight back when we need to do it from the start.
Coach, what do you think went wrong both defensively on that last basket from LSU and then offensively on the last possession?
Yeah, I mean, we just got beat to the rim. They have such good players, and they can make plays, and we don't guard the rim very well, so we got to get better at that. What was the second part?
And then offensively on the last play.
Yeah, offensively, the last game, we had a good look at the rim. We just didn't hit it.
Coop, what do you think changed most from the first quarter to the final 3 quarters that you were able to really get yourselves out of that hole and give yourselves a chance late?
I would say boxing out. My boxing out got better as we went down. I would say we was getting up in the press, pressing more, being more aggressive at the front, and just sharing the ball more.
Jewel, kind of want to ask you, as a leader, how do you keep this team morale up and also grow from this one instead of maybe letting it snowball into another loss?
We're not into moral victories like Coach said, but knowing like we're right there. We're one possession away from being a top 5 team. So we just have to lock in on the details that they keep preaching, and we can't keep doing the same stuff. So, once again, going to film, we have to learn. We have to be grown and take accountability, learn from our mistakes, and then we have to fix it in practice. Because in the SEC, no matter who you play, you have to be ready. So.
Cora, Maria, and then Casey.
Near the end of the game, when you would take a lead, but then LSU would tie it right back up. Is there anything that stuck out about why you guys couldn't hold on to the lead, or maybe get a little run to get maybe a 4 or 5 point lead towards the end?
Yeah, I just think it's defense. Not for being able to protect the rim. They're giving up second chance points, offensive rebounds, and ones. Kind of the same story.
Jillian Hollingshead, nothing jumps out when you just look at her stat line, but she seems to be getting better in these games and giving you that presence in the paint. Is that a good sign going forward?
Yeah, it's huge. We need her. We need her in SEC play. We need her around the rim. She doesn't make a lot of mistakes, which is huge. She doesn't really take bad shots, which is huge. I think she could get more rebounds for us, and we think we need her to get more rebounds.
Coach, was there anything aside from effort that you felt really contributed to limiting their offense rebounds a little bit after the first quarter, or just effort?
I think it was maybe a focus and effort. I mean, there were times that we would have one person boxing out one-on-one, but everyone else wouldn't go into the rim and help. And our entire game plan was protect the rim, protect the rim. So say you have Coop down there one-on-one trying to box out. Well, where are the other 4? Go to the rim and go get the rebound. If she's boxing out, somebody else needs to go snatch it. And I think that we just took our foot off the gas too and thought, okay, she's down there, she's going to go get it.
Joel, so many times this season the team's talked about wanting to be the toughest team to play. Do you find that maybe sometimes you get in these holes because you aren't living up to that standard?
Yeah, like I said, we got to play better from the start. We dig ourselves in a hole, and then we have to climb back and show that. And when we need to just show that from the very beginning.
Kailyn Gilbert was fantastic tonight at certain times, just hitting really tough shots, including the final one. You guys forced her into a really, really hard shot to make, and she made that. Just, did you expect her to be that kind of player coming this game? Just what did you think about her tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. She can just make plays. And she's hard to guard because she can just get to her spots and elevate and hit shots. And we try to be in your gaps, try to put more than one person on her just so it's just not one-on-one because she can do her thing one-on-one. But she had a heck of a night.
Jewel, with the half-court offense after the Oklahoma game, Coach was saying a lot about how the team wasn't moving. Do you think the team did better in that aspect tonight?
Yeah, as the game went along, I thought we started playing off of 2 feet more. We were turning over the ball a lot because we were either over-dribbling or just making silly turnovers. So once we calmed down and played off of 2 feet and continuously moved, our offense looked much better.
Casey, and then Ryan.
Coach, what is the most frustrating part about watching a team dig themselves into a hole now 2 games in a row, just knowing that they are better than that, they don't need to get into that hole? Just what's the most frustrating part as a coach?
Yeah, I think, one, you're helpless. You watch it happen, you see what the problem is, you tell them what the problem is, and you can't go out there and fix it. I think that's the most frustrating thing, probably about coaching in general. But at the end of the day, I mean, the 3 points are on me, and so finding ways to get those 3 points back and becoming obsessed with ways to get those 3 points back and then translating that to them and having it translate to practice before it's too late.
Kim, Tess wasn't able to go today. Do you have an update on her?
Yeah, she rolled her ankle whatever day after we played Oklahoma, so hopefully she'll be back soon. She's still in a boot. We don't really know anything.
Kim, you keep saying those 3 points are on you. Just as a coach, do you feel like that's kind of your philosophy to set the tone in terms of that accountability and hope it spreads to the team? Or I guess what's kind of your approach with getting the team to, I guess, follow that trend?
Yeah, I just think that we're a possession-based program, and everything that I want to do is based on possessions and finding ways to get more and winning that battle. And when you're losing games by this, it's just flat-out numbers, it's stats of how do we get those back, how do we fix those.
Coach, you talked about it's a shame that the seniors are losing time. Why throughout your career is it so important to win for seniors for you personally?
I think for me personally, I don't really I get a little bit offended with you have time to rebuild, these seniors aren't your players. That offends me. They are my players. They chose to stay, and I chose to coach them. And so I don't want to wait. I don't want people to say, when you get your players in here, these are my players. I want to win for them. I want to win right now. And so for these games that we can't get back and they can't get back, yes, maybe they are establishing something for the future, but I want them to be able to have the experience too. I want them to get what they deserve. And I think they deserve to win these last two games. Well, they didn't deserve to win these last two games, but I want that for them.